Hey guys, it's Erin again from Imperfectly Perfect You. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about panic attacks themselves. We're going to talk about the different types of attacks, what can set them off, the different kinds of triggers. Let's face it, panic can strike in a number of different ways, expected and unexpected. Understanding what is going on is the first step to allowing yourself to heal. After this video, you'll know what are the main types of panic attacks. Why some panic attacks seem to come out of nowhere while others seem to be triggered. We'll also talk about the wide range of triggers, and believe me, it is not just one thing. Let's start with the basics. According to the DSM-5, that's the big mental health manual for mental health professionals. Panic attacks consist of an abrupt surge of intense fear or intense discomfort that reaches a peak within minutes, and during which time 4 or more of the following symptoms occur. Palpitations, pounding heart, accelerated heart rate, sweating, trembling, shaking, sensations of shortness of breath or smothering, feelings of choking, chest pain or discomfort, nausea or abdominal distress, feeling dizzy, unsteady, lightheaded, or faint, chills or heat sensations, numbness or tingling sensations, derealization, which just means feelings of unreality or depersonalization, being detached from oneself, fear of losing control or going crazy, fear of dying. Please note, this abrupt surge can occur from a calm state or from an anxious state. It really can hit you from out of nowhere. Panic disorder is classified as having repeat, unexpected panic attacks. At least one of the attacks has been followed by 1 month or more of one or both of the following: persistent concern or worry about additional panic attacks or their consequences. For example, you're worried that you might lose control, you're worried you might have a heart attack, or that you are even going crazy. It also could be followed by significant change in behavior related to the attacks, behaviors that are designed to avoid having those panic attacks, such as avoidance of exercise or unfamiliar situations, or even a situation where you may have had a panic attack before. This change in behavior, this disturbance in how you're feeling, it is not attributable to the physiological effects of a substance. Like if you're experiencing substance abuse from drugs or alcohol, you've had too much nicotine or caffeine, or perhaps you've changed your medication. Or it's not attributable to another medical condition, like if you have hyperthyroidism or some sort of heart issue. Finally, the disturbance, the change in your behavior and your feeling, is not explained by some sort of other mental disorder. Some examples where this might be the case include panic attacks occurring only in response to feared social situations. That might be social anxiety disorder, or in response to obsessions, such as in obsessive compulsive disorder, also known as OCD, or in response to reminders of traumatic events, as might occur in post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. The key here is that unexpected attacks are central to the diagnosis. These hit you out of the blue. There's no warning, there's no obvious reason. You could be relaxing, you could even be sleeping, or just doing your thing, and then suddenly, boom, panic. However, over time, you might develop what I call expected panic attacks. These happen in response to a known trigger or fear, like driving, being in a crowd, or public speaking. Over time, if you start to associate certain situations with panic, you might develop expected panic attacks too. What can trigger one of these attacks? Panic attacks come in all shapes and sizes. Not everyone has the same triggers, and sometimes you might not even know what set you off. However, here are some of the main categories and examples of what might trigger a panic attack for you. First, situational triggers. These are certain places or situations that can set off panic. Think driving, crowded places, elevators, public speaking, or even just being far from home. Second are interoceptive or internal triggers. Sometimes it's your own body that sets you off. Things like a racing heart, dizziness, or shortness of breath, maybe from exercise, caffeine, or just being hot, can be misinterpreted as danger and can lead to some sort of panic attack. Third, cognitive or emotional triggers. Your thoughts and emotions can be powerful triggers. Think about when you worry about losing control, or your fear of embarrassment, memories of past panic attacks, or just the thought of, what if I panic in this situation, can all spark a new attack. There are also substance-related triggers. Certain substances or withdrawal from those substances can make panic more likely. Think about caffeine, alcohol, cannabis, stimulants, or even some medications or changing your medication. And fifth, stress or environmental triggers. Big life changes, conflicts, job stress, lack of sleep, or financial worries, these can all raise your baseline anxiety and make panic more likely. Why does this matter? Not everyone with panic disorder has clear or obvious triggers. Many attacks remain unexpected. But over time, avoiding triggers can shrink your world and isolate you, and even lead to agoraphobia. That's why it is so important to understand what is going on and get help early. Here is a quick recap. Panic attacks can be expected with a clear trigger or unexpected out of the blue. Triggers can be situational, internal, thoughts, substances, or stress. Many panic attacks are unexpected, but learning your patterns can help you to take back control. For instance, you can learn how your own behavior could be fueling the panic cycle. If you're struggling with panic attacks, you are definitely not alone and you are not broken. Understanding what is happening in your brain and body is the first step to overcoming panic disorder. Stay tuned for how to face those fears and break this cycle. Drop your questions or experiences below. Let's face this fear together. Thanks for watching.